By joining Stemtech, you have positioned yourself to improve your quality of life in ways you may never have imagined. Learn how to get started right away. As Brian Noer, Stemtech's Director of Sales and Marketing, shows you how to get on the fast track to success. A former accountant whose life was completely transformed by our industry, Brian has spent the last 2 decades helping people achieve a better lifestyle. Join Brian now as he guides you towards an exciting future with Stemtech's Fast Start to Success.
Well, I'll tell you what, thank you all for being here, and I'm real excited. And today we're going to go over the Fast Start training. You know, I want to just back off a little bit before we get into it and mention that this product is very unusual, not just because of what it does, but because of the way that it's distributed. It's not distributed through stores. The Stemtech products are distributed via word of mouth, via networks of people just sharing with each other. It's that simple. And if you understand and grasp the power of this kind of marketing, you can do well enough to get your product for free, make a part-time income. Some people make enormous incomes in this industry. So what I'm going to share with you today are some very, very simple basics. This is a very, very simple business to succeed at. Who's seen a good movie lately? Okay, well, my guess is you went off and you said to your family or your friends, hey, you know what, I just saw this movie, it was great. That's sharing or notifying them, right? You didn't force them to go and buy tickets and go with you to the theater. This business is very much the same. So if you'll just bear that in mind, I'm going to go through the basics of how to apply some very, very simple principles to make you successful in this. So we'll go through, and by the end of it, you're going to be going, wow, this is really easy. This I can do. This I would like to do. Okay? So let's get started. Let's talk about a formula for success in Stemtech. And you know what? As I mentioned earlier on, I'm not just talking Stemtech here. This is a formula for your life, okay? This is a formula for your entire life. Anything that you want to do, if you want to be successful, jump in and apply these simple steps. Take notes if you want. First one is you've got to decide what it is that you're going to do and why you're going to do it. Then the next step after that is you need to make a plan. Third step, very, very simple. You've got to take action, right? So today what we're going to do is we're going to go through those 3 very, very simple steps. All right, let's start off. Why Stemtech? We were talking about your what and your why. So why Stemtech? Why would you want to be involved with this company? So let's have a look at all the things that you can get. The first one is optimal health. That's obvious. And I think you're all in this room because someone told you about the health benefits you could get from the Stemtech products. And this is very important. Get onto AutoShip. That's absolutely critical. That gives you product every month to your doorstep, and it gives you a great product discount, so it gives you money savings. Another benefit, help other people. You start sharing the product around. Family, friends, folks at work, acquaintances. You're helping improve other people's lives right there. Another reason to be involved with Stemtech, big one. To earn extra money, especially with our tight economy the way it is. This is a perfect way. By helping others, you can make a great extra income. Did you know, I read a statistic that 85% of the bankruptcies in the United States could have been avoided with an extra $500 a month? Think of that. 85% of all the bankruptcies could have been avoided with an extra $500 a month. Wow. So we have something huge here, not just for ourselves, but to share with others. A great opportunity for them. More recognition. Which of you don't get enough recognition at work? I actually had one lady, she said she's had more recognition in less than 6 months in this industry than at 13 years in her regular job. Imagine that. So that's another reason that people join us. And here's a big one. To have fun. You know, what better thing than getting together with a bunch of like-minded people, all with the common goal, doing something important in the world. And we have conferences, conventions, we have Diamond Dream getaways. In fact, some people in this room have been there before. You know, we just do fun stuff. And here you can be your own boss. You can work as hard as you want, as few hours as you want. You can fit it into your own schedule, your own hours, and you don't have anyone to answer to. Now, I'll address this a little bit later on, but I got to warn you, being your own boss can be very, very tough. Why? Because you got to employ yourself. And maybe you're the most unemployable person. I don't know. Only you can answer that one. Let's have a look at some other things. Financial security. Folks, in today's economic times, in my opinion, everybody needs a plan B. This can create tremendous financial security. Once you share these products with someone else and they get on the products and they start using the products and they love them and they order them again and again and again every month, Stemtech tracks that on our computer system and you earn a commission from that. Every time they buy something, you earn a commission, not from them, but from Stemtech. That is truly the way to create financial security. You do something once and you get paid for it again and again. Pretty powerful stuff, huh? Here's another one that's really, really exciting. You get to build time freedom through this business. And this is critical. You know, I used to be a CPA, an accountant. And every time I worked an hour and billed a client an hour, I got paid for that hour. And I suddenly realized, wow, you know what? I'm like a rat on a treadmill. If I'm not billing those hours and working those hours, I'm not making any money. So how do you break that equation of time equals money, or time versus money? In this business, if you build a team, if you bring people on board, if you teach them to do what you're doing, and we're going to go over it today, and it's very, very simple, but if you will just teach other people to do what you're doing and duplicate your efforts, you can get paid a little piece from Stemtech on those people's efforts, and those people's efforts, and those people's efforts, on and on and on. And that can build up into huge amounts. Here's a reason that we have some very, very successful people, some retired people who are financially completely independent. They got more money than they know what to do with, and they're interested in the company. It's because they realize that they have an opportunity to inspire others. And folks, don't ever forget that when you're speaking with successful people often feel an obligation to give back where they got from. And they'll be very attracted to this business so that they can inspire other people. And then something, and this is, I guess, in a nutshell why I got involved with Stemtech, is to make a difference. You know, stem cell nutrition is a whole new concept. The rest of the world doesn't know about it yet. Folks, I feel that this is very, very important. I don't know how all of you feel, but I'll tell you what, this is our chance to do something important. If we all work together, as this thing grows, my belief is this will literally change the way that people perceive their well-being and could literally change the world. That's exciting. So, here's my big question. What's the most important one of all those to you? I'll let you know that I've spoken with thousands of people about these very, very different factors, and what comes up more than anything else is financial security. Because the bottom line is money is the common denominator that our world runs on. And most people don't have enough of it. And by the way, when I'm talking about a why, I've talked some real big things here. Folks, I want you to all understand. I've met people who got into this business just because of the products. They've had great results, they started sharing them, and all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and they got really excited, and they said, you know what? I think I can make some extra money. I really need a new stove, and that stove's going to cost me $500, or a new refrigerator, or new bed linens, or something, or I want to take my spouse out to a nice dinner once a month. Your why doesn't have to be huge. It's just what's your why, what's right for you, okay? So set that and then set a deadline on that. And I want to issue a challenge to everyone here. Go and commit this to writing and put it on your refrigerator or stick it on your bathroom mirror or something like that. You'll be amazed. If you have your why and your what and how to do it in front of you every day and you look at it every day, magical things can happen. All right, let's talk about making your plan. This is absolutely critical. You've got a plan. First thing is you need to plan what to think. Now this may sound nuts, but you know what? Everything comes from here. Everything is from the 6 inches between your ears. It affects your attitude, it affects your actions on a daily basis. Your daily actions affect your future and the results that you get from life. If you want to be really successful in this business, here's my thought about what to think. Focus on the fact that your Stemtech income is very simply a measure of how many people you've helped. Please understand that. The more people you help, the more successful you'll become. And if you go into everything with that attitude, and that's your intention and your planned attitude, you're going to see amazing things happen. The next thing is you need to plan what you're going to commit to the business. Here's what I mean. Everything in life takes a sacrifice. To get something, you have to give something up. How many hours a week are you going to commit to Stemtech? Whether you can work this business 2 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, that's up to you. The more you work it, as long as you take productive action, the quicker you'll reach your goals. But what I will say is, make yourself a commitment, something that's comfortable for you up front, something that you know that you can do, even if it's just 2 hours a week to start or 5 hours a week. But stick to it, folks. Promise yourself and keep that promise that you're going to do that every week. And here's what you do. It's very, very simple. 3 things. 3 simple things. I didn't say they're going to be easy. They're simple. Use, share, teach. That's what this business is about. Use the products every day, share the products and the opportunity with new people every day, and teach those that are interested to do the same. That's the basics of this business. That's spring training. You know, you're going for baseball spring training. You learn to pitch, you learn to catch, you learn to throw, you learn to run the bases. It's that simple. Well, this is spring training. Use, share, teach. You want to focus on a plan of what I call 3x3 monthly, which means each month make it your intention and focus and goal to bring at least 3 new people, 3 new business builders into your business and teach them to do the same. Are they all going to do it? No. But if you will focus on 3x3 monthly, you'll see amazing things happen over time. A lot of people each doing a little bit is far more powerful than a few skilled people each doing a lot. It's that simple. So let's jump into the action. The first part is to use the products, right? Just a couple of very simple things. You're all using the products. How many of you have seen a positive response from them? Absolutely. I have been in this industry now for 20 years. I've been working with nutritional products for 15 years plus. I got to tell you, I have never, ever, ever seen products that give such a benefit to such a wide range of people in different levels of health, different ages. It's just across the board, things that I just wouldn't have believed possible. Why? Because when you give the body the right raw materials, it can do amazing things. This is at the core of our natural renewal system. This has never been seen before, so it's very, very exciting. But you're not going to get results unless you use the products every day. Can you imagine brushing your teeth on a Monday and going, okay, I did that, I'll brush it next month, I'll brush them again. Well, with this product, you need to take it every single day, okay? Note the differences. Every day, see how you feel compared with how you felt before. Dr. Donna Antar taught me this one. She said it's amazing, you know, people start subtly noticing differences, but if they don't pay close attention, you know, it's 6 months down the road and they go, hey, you know what, I noticed this happened, this happened, this happened. Pay attention every day and you'll see amazing things happening with the products. I mentioned already about auto ship. It gives you the products at an additional discount. It allows you to get your distributor business suite free every month. That's your shopping cart, etc. And it makes you eligible for all commissions. So be sure to be on auto ship if you're not already. Part 2 of the action phase, share. Share the products and share the opportunity with everyone you meet. How do you do that? First thing is to make a list. Very, very simple. Now, some of you may have a little kind of feeling in your gut of going, make a list. Well, yeah, friends, family, everybody you know. And you may say, well, I don't know anyone who'd be interested. Folks, please listen carefully. Please listen really, really carefully. Put every single person on that list. Every single person without fail needs to go onto that list. Everyone that you can think of. It's not your job, or your right for that matter, to prejudge who would be interested and who wouldn't. When people aren't having a good time in their life, when things go wrong, and this goes especially for the guys, we tend to not tell anyone. A lot of people are like that. When people have health issues, when they have financial issues, they hide it way down deep. So we don't want to judge. We want to go to everybody and simply notify them, okay? And let them decide for themselves. I want to talk about how do you make that list. It's very, very simple. Go and get out the yellow pages, the phone book yellow pages, and start going through it. It's the greatest memory jogger you'll ever see. Go to the A's, accountant, architect, attorney. Go to the B's, banker, baker, broker, bartender, etc., etc. Go all the way through. Write down every name you can, and then focus on those folks, okay? And go and notify them. So when we talk about notifying, this is very, very important. You know, our VP of North American Markets, George Antar, will tell you that it's not about beating people over the head and begging them and selling them and all this stuff. It's simply notifying them, you know, that this is what I'm doing. That's it. It's very, very simple. Use the tools, folks. This is absolutely critical. This is a business of duplication. You don't need to go and study and learn all the ropes. It's very simply notifying and then sharing a tool. And we have all sorts of fun tools, and I'll get into that just briefly in a bit. But what you want to remember is your key action goal. Everything in life comes down to action. Actions get results. Nothing else gets results. So your key goal as a new distributor is to go out and speak with at least 24 people on your list in the next 48 hours with the intention of bringing on at least 3 business builders. Okay? So when you leave here today, who do I have commitment from? Who's going to speak to 24 in 48 hours? All right. Good job. Most people learn by watching or reading. Okay? And this is all in the proven 4-step system, folks. So you want to learn more about this and really treat this seriously like a business, go and study that 4-step system. It's very, very powerful. Next thing in taking action, our part 3 is teach. Remember we said use, share, now teach. Teaching is very simple in this business. It's simply leading by example. All you need to do is teach people what you're doing, which is use the products every day, share the products and the opportunity, and then teach them to do the same. So you want to lead by example. Here's the next thing, very important. KISS. Keep it short and simple, folks. This is a business of duplication. To succeed in this business and make the biggest impact on our world with our products and our opportunity, keep it as simple as possible. If you keep it very, very simple and keep using the tools, people will be able to duplicate what you're doing. Okay? So those are the basic steps. Use, share, teach. People are smiling, especially those who've been in the business for a while. They say, yep, we know what you're talking about. It's so simple, folks. Use, share, teach. But we keep second-guessing ourselves. So I want to give you some just tips to give you a real winning attitude. The first one is to be a good listener. Second one is that you want to expect a mixed response when you share with people. Not everyone's going to jump up and down and say, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let me do it. Let me do it. Please understand, folks, this isn't for everybody, and timing is a critical factor. Third thing, take responsibility. I love this word responsibility. If you break down the root of the word responsibility, it is ability to respond. Ability to respond. Take responsibility for your own success. Next thing, stretch your comfort zone. This business, if you embrace it and you run with it, will allow you to step out of your comfort zone and stretch that comfort zone. And when you stretch it, it never goes back. And you can live life to the fullest, not just in Stemtech, but your whole life. Use this business to do many, many different things in your life. It's very, very exciting. Next thing, be persistent, folks. You know, Thomas Edison, the man who invented the incandescent light bulb, do you know that he tried about 10,000 different ways to invent that light bulb? What if he tried 8,000 and said, that's enough, I quit? Most good things in life take a lot of persistence. If you will just persist with this business, you could see it absolutely help you meet and achieve your wildest dreams. You need to be persistent in the business, but being persistent isn't always easy. You want to have a support team, and that's why you want to get plugged in. So here's how you plug in. First, we have weekly e-blasts. That's an email that goes out every week from the company. Be sure to opt in. Sign into your back office, and that's the distributors only link, back office, at stemtechbiz.com, and click there right in the middle of the screen once you've signed in to opt into emails, and you'll get those every week. And that keeps you updated on all the events, all the goings-on, any announcements that we have. The next way to keep plugged in is the weekly conference calls. These are very, very powerful, folks. They're Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific time here in the United States. And 6 p.m. on Tuesday is a Step 3 opportunity call. You can hear all sorts of stories from people involved with the company. 7 o'clock on Tuesdays is a training call on the products. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, you have a business training call from business executives and top distributors. And then on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Pacific, it's a Wealth Builder System, basically how to build your business online training call. So very, very powerful. Phone number for those, area 218-486-1400. There's a code to dial, 8324#, and off you go. So make sure that you're plugged into those. The next thing is events. You want to jump in and attend as many events as you can. Always bring guests with you to your events. These are so powerful. This really gives an opportunity for people to be exposed to other distributors, to ask them questions, to really get a feeling of how real we are. Okay? So that's a little bit about how to get started in your business. And all I can say is focus on it real hard. This company is going like this very, very shortly. Timing is absolutely perfect. Stem cell nutrition is going to take over the world, and we're going to do it. You're right here at the right place and the right time. This kind of opportunity really doesn't come along very often. This kind of combination of trends and factors, which is a discussion for another time, is enormous. You may never get another opportunity like this again. Please, go home, think about it seriously, make that list, contact at least 24 people in the next 48 hours, focus on 3 business builders, and you can make amazing things happen. Here's what your future looks like, or could look like anyway. It's up to you, folks. During the next few years, literally millions and millions of people are destined to start using the Stemtech products. Here's my only question for you. How many of those are going to be in your group? I really appreciate your time today, and I hope to see you all soon. Really crank it up, focus on this thing, and make your life the very, very best that it can be. Thank you.